Hi class, in this section we're going to cover confidence intervals, but for a different parameter. In this case, we're going to be looking at the variance and also the standard deviation. Now, the formulas are very simple. The part that's going to take the longest is actually to find these two values, which are going to be called our critical values. And these critical values are based on C. Same idea what we did with the actual means, but in this case, we're going to be looking at the chi-square distribution. So we're going to be looking at, a sketch that looks in this format. For this lecture, I'm mainly going to be using the actual table, in this case the chi-square table, for the calculations. Some of your homework assignments may be requiring technology, so please take a look at the labs, since some of these table values may not actually match. So let's take a look at the first example. And on the first example, they're only asking for the critical values, and in this case, they're calculating a confidence interval of 90%, and this is for the standard deviation. It's going to be the same values for the standard deviation or the variance. The main difference is which formula you're using, if they want us to calculate a specific one. So let me provide a basic sketch, and our degrees of freedom are going to be actually 12. So this is using the formula of n-1. And let me just box this in. So we're going to be looking at the table at 12 degrees of freedom. And remember from a previous lab that your chi-square distribution for a small degree of freedom, it's going to look not to scale, but your chi-square distribution is on the first quadrant. And I'm just going to say that it's going to be in this format. In addition, we're gonna have C in the middle, and C happens to be 0.90. And then somewhere out here, we're gonna have one chi-square value, which we're gonna define to the right, and then one chi-square value, which we're gonna define to the left. So this is the position of the chi-square values for, in this case, the critical values. Now, we have to do the partitions of this chi-square distribution because, this middle portion, it's going to be 90, which, remember that this means that your alpha is equal to 10. Then your alpha divided by 2 is 0.05. So that means that in this tail, let me actually use red. So in this tail, we're going to have 0.05, and then also in this tail, we're going to have 0.05. So we're still placing C in the middle, and then your actual tails are going to have the same value, which in this case, since we're doing a confidence interval, it's going to have the value of alpha divided by 2. It's going to be different for the hypothesis test, but in this case, we have the same format, C in the middle. The two tails represent the values of alpha. Now, remember how to read the table. So we're going to be looking at 12 degrees of freedom, and this specific value, it's going to have 0.05 area to the right. The chi-square value on the left, it's going to have 0.90 plus the total area of the chi-square value on the right. So that would be 0.05 or 0.95. So when we find these values on the table, we're going to be looking at 12 degrees of freedom, and that's because it's n-1. And then one has 0.05 area to the right, the other one has 0.95. So from the chart, this is 12 degrees of freedom. One of them has 0.05, so it's going to be the 21.026. So 0.05, 21.026. Then 0.95 is this guy here, 5.226. So this is approximately 5.226. And let me just verify the one on the right, 21.026, 0.05, and then 0.95, it's this one, 5.226. So 5.226, let me just state it that the critical values in this case, the one on the left, it's 5.226, and then the chi-square value on the right, it's going to be approximately 21.026. Those are the two chi-square values that we would use to, in this case, find a confidence interval for the population standard deviation. And those are the numbers that technically go at the bottom of either of these two calculations, depending on what we're doing. So for this one, they only want the critical values. That would be it. If you're doing the homework assignments, they may want you to use technology, especially if the rounding is a little bit different and you would be using the lab. So you would be using StatCrunch or the other software I show there. This will be sufficient for your exams. I will be providing you with a piece of the table or the piece that you need from the table.